Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 13 of overcoming injuries. This morning I finished my run already, also did my squats and my daily squats and push-ups, and now it's time to make some progress on the one-arm pull-up. I'm not giving up on the 10 reps, so what I'm gonna do is today, I've been making progress in the last couple of weeks on the ease of one-arm pull-ups and weighted one-arm pull-ups and total volume, but I am yet to make big progress on the actual goal itself, the 10 one-arm pull-ups in one set. So today I'm gonna start off just like last week actually, with just a max out set. I'm gonna do as many one-arm pull-ups as possible. And last week I got 5 reps. So today anything of 6 or more would be a success, but it's gonna be difficult. Anyway, I'm gonna give it my best, and then afterwards I have some plans as well to finish today's workout, but I will explain that after I'm done with the max out set. Let's go. Okie dokie, the Doom theme is playing, but nonetheless I'm gonna try and stay as calm as possible. Yes! Whew! 7 reps! Alright. This means that whatever I've been doing in the past week, it's working. And so what I have been doing in the past week is not so much focusing on intensity in one set, but rather spreading it around over a little bit more volume. So I've been doing grease in the groove, not too much, but like just a couple of sets a day. I've been doing shorter one-arm pull-up sets, and I just sprinkle a little bit of weighted stuff on top. I did one weighted workout of one-arm pull-ups in the last week, and so I think I'm just gonna continue this. For today, I'm also just gonna aim for volume. However, I'm a little bit tired already, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some assistance and basically keep doing sets of 7 and get some volume in that way. But yeah, very happy. 7 reps. All right. All right. 7 reps with the band assistance. Over the last couple weeks, I've been trying a couple different ways to assist myself on the one-arm pull-up. If you saw one of the previous videos, you will know that I'm not a fan of putting my feet in the band for reasons I will not mention again. Oh, fucking, that's why I don't do it. Damn it. But, what I'm doing instead is I grab the band with my other hand. And before, I would, use my pull-up hand and put it besides the band, but it kind of makes the movement different because it's like you're doing a normal pull-up with one hand on the band. But, what I switched to now is, putting my hand in between the band And now it acts more like a one arm pull up because the assistance is coming from straight down my arm. And so, in order to kind of keep the assistance consistent, I basically take the bar, I see where the band lines up with my elbow, that's where I grab it, and that's how I do my pull ups. And it feels really close to actual one arm pull ups. And remember, in calisthenics, or pretty much any sport, you want to train as specifically as possible in order to get strong at the movement, right? So if you're doing the one arm pull up, you want something close to the one arm pull up. If you're training a front lever, you want something close to the front lever. And I feel like with this way, I'm getting that really specific training. So I'm gonna aim for at least 3 sets and at most 5. We'll see what happens. It's gonna depend on how tired I get, but I'm gonna try and keep doing sets of 7. Okie dokie, so that's gonna be it for today's training because, well, that last set was definitely my max, and I already maxed out in the beginning as well. So in order to manage recovery, I feel like it's not useful to do extra volume. You have to kind of weigh in, you want to do a lot of volume, but you also want to manage your intensity, and I feel like I got the best of both worlds today, because still, in total, 4 sets of 7, 3 of which had assistance, but still, that's 28 reps. And yeah, I am stimulated. I have a back pump, but at the same time, I feel like I'm gonna be able to recover in a decent manner in order to get back on greasing the groove, doing some light reps throughout the day in the next couple days before my next one arm pull up training. And when it comes to today's progress, I think it's just thanks to focusing on small progress because let's say, oftentimes when we unlock a new movement, or well, in my case, I had 5 reps of the new movement, but getting another rep is a big step. In my case, 5 reps in order to go to 6, I have to progress 20%, right? It's another 20% additional effort. If you're if you just unlocked like a pull-up, right, or a one-arm pull-up, or a front lever for 2 seconds, and you're trying to add 1 rep or a couple more seconds to your hold, it's like plus 100% effort. Let's say you have one pull-up, right, for 1 rep, and you try and do 2 reps, right, and you just keep attempting the same stuff over and over and over again. It's difficult because you're asking yourself to basically get 200 or 100% more than last time, basically double the amount of reps compared to last time. And that's a big step. So oftentimes, in order, like, instead of focusing on that big progress, right, that big amount of progress at the same, like, at once, focus on whatever you've been doing, because whatever you've been doing has been working. It has been giving you small increments to get to the point where you were able to unlock the movement in the first place. So whatever has been working for you, keep doing it, because you know, going for 100% improvement, that's kind of reckless if you think about it, right? But if you can just keep aiming for those 1% improvements on a daily or weekly basis, then eventually, that 100% will come to you, right? Let the 100%, let the double amount of reps, let the extra reps come to you, right? Don't chase them. Do whatever you have been doing if it has been working for you. Because let's say you unlock your first pull up by doing band assisted pull ups, they got you strong, but they can get you even stronger. And so keep doing the band assistance, and eventually you will notice, like, hey, when you're doing the training, now I can do a couple pull-ups. Now I can do 2, 3, 4, 5 pull-ups, right? And when you're at that point, that's when you can start using the actual pull-up. That's when you can actually start removing the assistance gradually. Don't do it all at once, because then your volume is going to drop drastically, but start sprinkling in some non-assisted pull-ups in that case, right? Or planche or whatever the hell. It goes for anything, right? Let's say you're with the planche, you've been doing, an advanced tuck planche and you get 2 seconds, you want to get to 5 seconds, that's more than double, right? And so in order to get to that advanced tuck planche, think of what you have been doing. Probably a tuck planche, right? So keep doing the tuck planche, keep making that tuck planche stronger, but then every now and then attempt the advanced tuck planche as well. And you will see, eventually you get to those 5 seconds bit by bit. And then now you can start thinking about incorporating it in your actual workout, right? You can start using it more and more and more and more, but it is a gradual process. And that's the same for this training as well, I went to 7 1 hour pull-ups today, but still, I have to realize that there is a use for assistance, in order to get the endurance. There is a use for weighted stuff as well, but it's just a matter of ratio, right? Which one, like, which exercise, which intensity do you use at, like, for which amount of your training, right? If you get what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep cruising like this, keep doing Grease in the Groove, and hopefully next week we get another PR. I think next week I'm just gonna, on Friday, I'm gonna attempt my max 1 hour pull ups again. Although today I was lucky because I didn't have work, so I could just train in the morning. Next week I'll have to see. But anyway, that's something to worry about for next week. Now I'm just gonna have some breakfast and I'll see you tomorrow for leg day.